So anyway, everybody, make sure you take a second and check out Craig's channel there, New World Wellness. That's right. Also, wellnessdowntown.com. You can check them out. They got a whole mess of videos, yoga and meditation videos. Really, really awesome. Make sure you check them out.
Yeah, please. Yeah,
Please.
it's just really great to do that. It helps you as a musician, honestly. It really does. If you can learn to quiet the mind a little bit and listen to that, and then actually, I'm going to try to put on a teaching. How does an idea manifest into the universe from the yogic perspective? Like that's going to be one of the next videos that I do. Like where does that inspiration? How does it move through? What is the process of any creative sort of endeavor that you do? It doesn't matter if it's music or if it's, whatever you're doing creatively. And it doesn't matter who you are, and if you're not even a musician, you're still creatively, actively creating the present moment that you're living in.
Well,
And
I think this is a beautiful thing we should discuss for a moment, if you're still having some time, because we're talking about moving the ideas through the chakras, and as a Reiki master, I'm not quite as knowledgeable about the chakras as you, but I have worked with them a good deal, and for my YouTube channel, right? Let's just bring this a physical an example. So the root chakra, physical, right? I physically created my YouTube channel the first time, like 13 years ago. It was a long time ago. And all I put on it was just a few videos of some live performances that I did, and nothing really came of it. And a long time passed. Well, so that's the root chakra. That was the base, right? The grounding, the starting of it, right? Well, really, I didn't move into the second chakra of the realm of emotion and starting to really, I feel that was the period where I was raw and I was just doing the live covers where it was like a gig, right? And I just sang and played the songs, acoustic, or I just did the loops and sang saxophone, played saxophone when the guitar was looped, right? I feel like that was my second chakra moment, right? Where I was able to, really able to, start to bring the motion into it and really start to, proliferate more, right? Then the third chakra moment, I really feel like COVID shifted with the inventing of Jam and Chat to start to try to bring other people into the channel, right? With other minds, other ideas, right? To collaborate, right? I feel like that was the third chakra moment for my channel. And I feel like right now, like as I've grown to almost 500 subscribers, and I'm really working on the viewing time is my main goal to try to engage people more. I feel like that's the heart chakra moment, right? So I'm moving now from the third chakra phase, into the fourth chakra phase. Now, I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to go into the fifth, the sixth, and seventh, and chakras, because I haven't had those obstacles yet. But one thing that I wanted to say was that as I switched from one chakra to another, I had to have an obstacle. And I learned this from you guys, from teaching Becky, but the obstacles are the path. So the first obstacle, going from the first chakra to the second chakra, was moving. Big, giant, physical obstacle. But I didn't do any YouTube videos between that original 13 years ago phase, between when I was literally physically in Portland. So that was a big one, right? But then this, from the second to the third chakra, was COVID, the lockdown.
yeah, totally.
Right? And now, from the third to the fourth chakra, it's the tiny little glimpse of success. I'm not successful yet. I'm not trying to be egotistical. But it's that tiny little glimpse of, oh my God, this could blow up. So how do I make it blow up? Well, the only way is to be genuine, to continue to be genuine, and to engage people, right? And that's the heart. I feel it. That's the lesson, definitely.
Definitely, I would agree with that. The heart is like, even the element at the heart is air. So if you think about like lighting incense or something, when you light incense, the smoke can kind of go anywhere. It's a sort of an airy place. So when you get there, the heart is also about relationship, because the first three chakras are more about your individual journey in a way. So, the first chakra is very much about gravity and stability and survival and all of those things. And once those things are taken care of, you can move into relationship or express emotionally what's happening and be creative and manifest in the second chakra. So the second chakra, that element is water. And if you think about water, water takes on any form that you put in front of it. If you put water in an ice cube and then you freeze it, it's going to take on the form of the ice cube.
Mm-hmm.
It's always moving and flowing, and so you need that. Otherwise, you would just be stuck with molecules that don't even move. And then suddenly, in the third chakra, your power chakra, is the result of all of these molecules and all of these vibrations coming together and moving through something lucid like water, or something that can flow, or something that can move. You take two molecules and you start rubbing them against each other, you create heat, and that's why fire is the element at the third chakra. And fire is all about will, determination. Where are you taking this energy that you're creating, and what are you putting it into?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're putting into something passionate, you're going to move up into where the heart is, and then you're going to start to influence others, because the heart is all about, very much about, like, relationships with others, because those first three chakras are you, your person, your personality, your journey, all of your survival things, all of your conditioning in the first chakra. And what are you taking and making with that in the second chakra? And then where are you putting your energy in the third chakra? What are you creating? And every day you create your personality. You always are creating this person. It's called the meditation of me, is what we call it. You're always, happiness for me is your number one goal. And so once you move out of happiness for me, meaning, you can move to a place in the heart where you realize, I can take my individual journey and join it in the present moment with incredible amounts of other souls or other entities in this journey, and make it into something even bigger, which is the heart. It's air. It's the smoke goes everywhere. It's not limited to anything.
So I think actually the obstacle, to be more specific to my personal story, the obstacle then, it wasn't the glimmer of success that led me into the heart. It was my first collaboration, because my first collaboration was, these people asked me to do Careless Whisper, right? And I've done that song, and I've done it in two different keys. I've done it in the standard key, and I've done it in the key that I like, which is down one whole step. So, right, these guys send me this recording of Careless Whisper, and it's in the key literally in between those two.
Oh, God.
It was down a half a step. So I'm listening to it, and it just felt and sounded wrong. I just didn't like it. And so I was like, oh my God, I have to just get over this. So what I had to eventually do was I opened a little file, because on the saxophone, the fingerings just didn't feel right. It wasn't made to be fingered that way. It wasn't written that. I mean, you know what I mean? It was awkward in this key. So what I had to do is I opened a little Word file, and I wrote the letters, typed them out in order, and spaced them so I could somewhat understand what the fuck I was supposed to play, because it didn't feel right. And then here's the real kicker. I recorded the audio, and I thought I recorded video of myself recording the audio. And these guys know. I told them. So freaking my GoPro ran out of battery. I had the headphones on, and I was listening to a click track, and I didn't hear the little beeping when it ran out of battery. So I recorded, and I didn't get any video. So I sent them the audio, and it sounded great. And I was like, hey, man, I don't have any video. My GoPro ran out of video, and I don't have time to do it again. I'm sorry. And then they had to wait for a weekend or something for me to eventually set up my video camera and have the time to sit there and Milli Vanilli I was playing. Yeah. Because I already did it perfect, and it was awkward to begin with. So I didn't want to do it all again. Right. So I had to pretend and sync up my fingers. It was just really, it was really hard. But dude, I learned so much from doing that, because I never did that before.
Right, exactly.
right?
And that's
And
it.
it was
It's about
challenging and it was
physiology.
hard. And then I sent it to him and it came out great and everybody loved it and it's been well received. And I really feel like that was probably what was the threshold then between, the manifesting of this YouTube channel from the third to the fourth chakra. So
Totally.
I'm really interested to see where it goes into fifth, sixth, and
Yeah.
seventh chakra territories.
Well,
This will be
fifth is
fun.
all about vibration, how to communicate universally, like with the dog. Oh, no matter where you're from, you say, oh, so cute. Oh, maybe not so cute, but you say, oh. So universally, the throat chakra is a very high vibration. And once you do that, that's when you're going to reach tons of people. And of course, the third eye is where you get all your ideas to begin with. So, um, it's an amazing journey. I can't wait. I'm going to do a teaching on it soon. I've been doing a lot of practical teachings, meaning that a lot of people are suffering with anxiety and depression right now. So
Definitely.
how do we reduce suffering in our life? And that's what I've been doing a lot of teachings on. So that's what's needed right now. So, but anyway, I say playing guitar reduces suffering.
Oh my, and that's just another reason. Like the function of the group, of the channel, of even my career has been for me to enjoy myself while entertaining others. That's been the whole point, and it's
Hmm.
that's supposed to be the whole point. And you know, one thing that I failed to learn when I was young was that whenever I had obstacles, I would give up, I would cower, and I wouldn't power through and break through them and go to the other side. And so it's really, that's my focus now is just,
Hmm.
if something comes up and it's in my way, like, that's not an accident. If I give up, then I'm not learning. I'm
Hmm.
not growing from
Exactly.
where I was,
Hmm.
you know?
Totally.
So I realized that the obstacles will probably keep getting bigger. But I mean, getting a copyright strike by the Eagles, that was a pretty big obstacle.
Yep.
I mean, maybe I'm already into the throat chakra because
but
that's when I
it, but
started
it,
talking about copyright. Maybe
yeah.
that's already the throat chakra because that's really
Hmm.
interesting to a lot of people doing
Oh yeah,
covers. They
definitely
need
for
to
sure.
know, they need to.
Universally, they need to know. Hmm.
And if you're gonna
Exactly.
cover a song right now, dude, avoid Eagles, avoid Glenn Fry,
Yeah.
avoid Don Henley.
Yeah.
I would even say avoid Guns N' Roses, but
Hmm.
they're not as bad. Supposed at least for covers, they're mostly okay.
Hmm. And actually, this is a yogic teaching that it's hard to swallow sometimes. But anytime you find yourself blaming, it's a form of self pity if you look at it. And if you're in self pity, there's going to be very little inspiration.
Oh, totally. Thank you very much for joining me on Matthew's Music Lesson Studio. Please share this video, like, and subscribe to join my more than 500 subscribers. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. And please continue to tune in for all the great shows that I have to offer you, like Matthew's Favorite Covers, Jam and Chat, Mastering Music with Matthew, original music from my band, Mellify, parodies by The Brown Streaks, and of course, music lessons. If there's anything specific you'd like me to cover, or any topic you'd like me to discuss, or an idea for a video that you have, or a collaboration you'd like to do, all those things are proper for the comments down below. Thank you so much for joining me. And did you know that you can get online music lessons from me on Zoom? $20 for a 30-minute lesson. This is a rock bottom price, live one-on-one, me and you, and I record it MP4 for you. And you can then review that lesson forever. You can have it so we can go over it, you can practice along with it, and then that way, no matter what, you can relax and enjoy the lesson. So please, MatthewsMusicLessonStudio.com. I'll see you guys next time on Matthew's Music Lesson Studio.